welcome to another episode from WOT Tactics of a comedy of horrors. This time we're on a American Tier 7 heavy tank, the T-29. To be very honest with you, not one of my favorites. I just don't seem to do my best in this tank. But this is not the reason really why I'm showing you this. I'm showing you this to show you how bad tactics can actually, from the whole team, can actually ruin a game. The first thing I want to say is that there is evidently something wrong going on here. Now on this map, which is Muravanka, the majority of heavy tanks will go in this area there, where all those houses, and the fast tanks will go down this way. Instead, my team has done exactly the opposite. Most of the medium tanks, in fact all the medium tanks, are here, and a lot of the heavy tanks are there. This is already wrong. In fact, look at the enemy. There are a lot of tanks here. There's a big concentration of tanks here. And this is where we needed those heavy tanks to put up with this, high concentration of enemy tanks. At the same time, we've got a number of tanks that are actually sitting at the base. What are they doing? There's a T-34, a light tank, the MT-25, at the base. Why are they there? And there's also another tank, a Saint Emile, a tank destroyer, really up there. Doing what? Doing absolutely nothing, no use to anyone. This is where it should be. It should be here, somewhere in there, firing at these tanks. Now, luckily the battle isn't going too badly because we're winning, but that doesn't really mean anything, really. Because things will start to go wrong soon. Why? Because of this. Because of the fact that there is no cover. The other mistake is that the team went all down one way and all down the other, and nothing in the middle, which means that now the enemy is having an absolute great run on us. I'm even being hit by a light tank that I didn't even realize was there, because obviously I was concentrating on engaging with the enemies in front of me, which takes my HP down considerably. And I now use that KV2 as cover. As you can see there, I'm using that dead tank as a bit of cover, plus the other guy, but I'm basically retreating. I'm retreating because I realize that I'm the only heavy tank that is doing a bit of resistance, putting up a bit of resistance against 3, 5, 7 enemy tanks.
We didn't even scratch them.
And all I've got is just a few medium tanks behind me, and I just keep getting pounded, especially by that comet. It's really annoying because it keeps getting at me, and yet when I fire, look, it just manages to evade. Look at that. Look at that. Did you see that? I'm sorry, that's RNG. That's RNG. I'm determined to at least take the health down of this comet. Right, finally. But I'm dead. Okay, right, game over. The good thing is that at least this group of allies is actually reaching our base. So hopefully, just hopefully, we should be able to capture the base. And at this time, I'm actually typing at the chat to this tank, which is a T-37, sorry, a T-43, sorry, a T-37, it is a T-37, to capture the base together with the other heavy tank, which is a WZ-111. What are they doing? They're not capturing base. Why are you not capturing base? There are a lot of enemy tanks and they're just breaking through. Look at that. There's only one medium tank, that's it. There's nobody else. They're gonna go for base capture. Why are you not capping the base? I just do not believe this. Not only they made the mistake of having all the heavy tanks going down this lane to capture the base, bad mistake. Heavy tanks are slow, so you're never gonna make it capturing the base before the enemy because you're too slow. But on top of that, they didn't even attempt to capture the base, and 2 of them even cut through the map to try and get the enemies here, when at that point the best thing to do was to use the time it took them to drive that distance to actually go to the base and at least 3 of them capture. At that point we would be now in the cap, probably at around 70 or 80, maybe even 90%, it's highly likely we will actually win the cap. Instead, look at this T-37. Our 100% health is completely ignoring the base. Is right there. Look how near the base is. It's completely ignoring it, and instead is wasting time trying to snipe at that T-25 stroke 2. And what happens? Of course, the enemy caps now. But somebody at the base is actually doing a bit of resetting, so that's good. Or maybe they're not resetting, it doesn't matter. You could still be capping. What are you trying to do? You're trying to take down an IS-3, or an IS-2, sorry, from far away with your pokey little tier 6 gun. Please, do the right thing, cap. I was typing like mad in the battle chat. I was yelling, T-37 cap. T-37 cap. I've been saying that for at least 2 minutes. Now finally it goes to cap, but as often is the case, it's too late. The team is winning. The enemy team is leading by a good margin, and capping the enemy base with a single tank is going to take far too long. Second mistake, or third mistake, is firing. Why are you firing? There's no point in firing. You're only revealing your position. Yes, you might be taking down some of the enemy HP, but it doesn't matter. You've blown your cover now. They've seen you, and you're getting hit. What does that mean? It means you've lost your cap. You've been reset. You lost HP, and you keep firing as well. The more you fire, the more they'll see you. At that point, the best thing to do is run away. This game is lost. Just forget it. To be very honest, I actually was I'd completely given up now. I was only watching just for the fun of this. I mean, just looking at this enemy tank, at this light tank doing everything wrong. He didn't cap, he tried to snipe, didn't really deal any damage. He then went to cap too late, and when he was capping, he fired the gun. Every possible mistake, and then he was still firing as he was moving away. In the end, I didn't even bother watching the rest of the game. This was a complete defeat, but what annoys me is that it could have been a victory. If only my team had used better tactics and a bit of common sense. Thank you for watching.